Alright guys, you know I have my waves with this channel, and I'm on one right now, so make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. But it's very important that you guys hit the like button when you come in. Treat this like a live stream, because we need to have more people aware of these these premieres that I do, which are basically live streams. They won't allow me to go live on this channel. They haven't given me a reason. They just sent me a letter that said your live stream been revoked. No meaning, no reason, no explanation, nothing. So that's why I do this. Now, if you want to see my actual live streams, subscribe to Living Room Gangster TV. That link is in the description box. It's my other YouTube channel. Okay, now here we go. So it was a point in time when I covered all the little kiddies, preteens, 2-year-olds, 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, that were being gunned down in Blackistan. And then there was a wave where I talked about all the women, like the fact that sisters are 6% of the population, Becky's are 30% of the population, but twice as many sisters get gunned down as Becky's. And you know, I talked about that, and now I'm on one right now where I'm about the brothers, the decent brothers, man, the good brothers in our community that constantly are constantly. If you saw the video I did the other day about the brothers that were being hunted, LeBron James says that we're being hunted by supremacists and Klans members. You can't go for a jog. And that's what he's going to use his platform, his international platform, to address that situation that may affect 20 brothers a year. If you can include vigilantes and police. I ain't talking about one of you brothers home invade some white person and they kill you. I'm talking about like a white person hunt you, like LeBron James said. A police officer, a white person, anybody hunt you. That might affect 20 brothers a year, if that. But this right here, the carnage in Blackistan is affecting brothers that are not in gangs, brothers that are good, wholesome family men, brothers that are pillars in their community. And I feel like these brothers need a voice. There's a lot of male channels on YouTube. Salute to all the male channels. I watch a lot of them, talking about game and how to get women, because women are very confusing. It's frustrating if you don't know the things you need to do. Get women. Now, of course, I do. I've told you guys. I've made 2 videos, and I don't even got to make no more. Those 2 videos is the only 2 videos I need to make on it. I put a link to those 2 videos in the description box. I made a video on that, man. 2 videos. It get down to the nitty gritty. So there are a lot of male channels that talk about how to get women, how to deal with black women and sisters, and yada yada yada, and high value men and all that stuff. Well, these are high value men that are being killed. You have Kevin Samuels. He talks about high value men, and I appreciate that. And the brother's sharp. I mean, I ain't seen a sister yet that could go toe to toe with him. I'm sure there's one out there, but I ain't seen her yet. And he be slaying them sisters. Okay? I mean, he be killing them softly with his song. You hear me? And he's the champion of high value men. Brothers who've been forgotten in this community. And yeah, they're forgotten by the women, but they're also forgotten by the movement. The movement is all about degenerates and dudes fighting with the police in the middle of the street. Dudes are like all types have been to the penitentiary 50 times and out on bail and getting into it with a cop and stupid stuff. I want to talk about these brothers. So make sure y'all fund these videos. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that Cash App. Hit that PayPal. Hit the Super Chat even. Because these videos are not going to be monetized. So let's get into the high value men that Kevin Samuels talks about being hunted in the way LeBron James talks about, but not by who LeBron James says is hunting them.
Tonight we're learning more about the man who shot and killed someone inside the West Nashville Target.
Yeah, Vicky, News Channel 5's Sina Saleem joins us from that shopping center. And the big question, Sina, was this attack targeted?
Rory, what a terrifying situation. We now know that the victim and the suspect did not know each other. Now, this shooting happened at around 7:30 last night inside the Target behind me while families were shopping. Police say it all went down near the electronics department in Target on Charlotte Pike. We're told 40-year-old Avery Collier and the suspect, David Van Dyke, had a verbal argument. That's when 29-year-old Van Dyke shot Collier multiple times, even after he hit the ground. Police say Van Dyke ran to his...
So this brother stood over that other brother. This brother got into an argument with another brother he didn't see in Nashville, in the city where it's majority white. These might have been there might have been a few brothers in the whole Target. These a couple of the brothers that was in the Target. They get into an argument. This brother shoots the brother, stands over him, and finishes him on the floor, the sales floor in the Target. Stands over the brother and empties that thing in his...
Target on Charlotte Pike. We're told 40-year-old Avery Collier and the suspect, David Van Dyke, had a verbal argument. That's when 29-year-old Van Dyke shot Collier multiple times, even after he hit the ground. Police say Van Dyke ran to his car but came back, turning himself in.
The suspect came walking up. He put a gun in a planter at the front of the store and came up to the officers with his hands up, indicating he was responsible. He did it.
A friend and former Hillwood High School basketball teammate of Collier tells me he's stunned over the news.
Not like Avery to be mixed up in that kind of situation. Just a really nice guy, family man. Just you would never expect anything like this to happen to Avery.
He will always remember Collier as his protector when playing on the playgrounds in North Nashville growing up. He adds that Collier was a talented basketball player, playing all 4 years on the Hillwood basketball team.
Well, he had a chance to go to college. Tribeca was interested in him, a couple junior colleges, so he was a really talented basketball player.
Van Dyke is being held on a $1 million bond. Target reopened during their normal operating hours today, and they say that they have a counselor on site all week for their staff. Now, a GoFundMe page has been set up. It says that Collier was a loving father and fiance, as well as a brother. We have those details on our website, newschannel5.com. In West Nashville, I'm Sina Saleem for News Channel 5.
You know, I always like to go to these brothers' GoFundMes. These decent brothers, these good brothers, these brothers that the community needs more of. I love to go to their GoFundMe to see how the outpouring from the community, from, for the non-coons and the non-sellouts and the non-butter biscuit eaters and the non-steppin' fetchits, the non-bootlickers, how they turn out and support these good brothers, these high-value black men, when they pass away. So our brother Collier, they put a modest goal of $6,500. That's showing that they really just want to get the funeral done. They ain't put nothing in crazy. Like, we want $100,000. We want a gold casket in a chariot, horse-drawn carriage. They just want to bury this brother. And that's about how much a funeral costs. $6,000, $7,000. They ain't get it yet. $1,900. Whew. 38 people have donated. Maybe the word ain't get out. Maybe y'all can share this video. Maybe hopefully we get the word out about our brother, man. God, dog. God, dog. A dude you don't know, you at Target. A dude you don't know, you get into an argument with him. He pulls out a gun, blams you, stands over you, empties it in your face, and then turns himself in.
Just as the sun begins to set on a Saturday afternoon, someone opens fire as they drive along 24th Street. Police swarm the area and find 2 people hurt outside a barber shop near Emmett. OPD says 21-year-old Desmond Edmonds should survive, but 22-year-old Jumi Sherman is in extremely critical condition.
Just because you live in a community doesn't mean you're accepting all its ills.
Lavanya Goodwin is president of the 24th Street Business Improvement District. She says they won't tolerate gun violence.
There are people on the ground here who care about the community, and we're not just sitting back idly letting violence run rampant here.
Over the summer, Omaha police were called to 24th Street multiple times for crowds and crime. Officers and community leaders even set up special operations at night to clear people out.
When people resort to
Omaha. The first story was Nashville. The first story was Nashville. We're not like, this is not Chicago, New York, Baltimore, St. Louis. These 2 stories from Omaha and Nashville. And this young brother lost his life senselessly. Just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. And we got this sister talking about how she don't accept crime and all. Listen, y'all are accepting of crime. You have a foundation called Black Lives Matter, which has raised almost $1 billion, and they've spent not one penny on black crime. They spent that they ain't, I don't know how much they spent on even police brutality, but they're actively taking donations every second of the day. They're actively receiving donations to stop the 14 unarmed black men who perish at the hands of police officers every year. And by unarmed, we're not talking about not a threat. We talking about the brother just didn't have a gun. We ain't say he wasn't reaching, he wasn't fighting, he wasn't tussling, he didn't take the officer's weapon. We just saying he didn't have a gun of his own. These sisters spending all their time on that.
To clear people out.
when people resort to violence and gun violence, it's because they feel hopeless.
Goodwin says more than 240 property owners are working together.
See, that's the stupid shit that these liberals say. It's arguments. They did some data in St. Louis. They found that the vast majority of the murders in St. Louis were over arguments. And it's like that around the country. Arguments, slights, social media, sneak disses. It ain't over hopelessness, because hopelessness is a proxy to blame other things. Our condition in America. which leads you to white people. She taking the circuitous route to white people. Hopelessness. Black men are hopeless because they don't have jobs. And they don't have jobs because of racism. Racism because of white people. Or the system, white people. Something to blame it on white people. This shit, we kill each other because we killers.
To bring back that hope to 24th Street.
The BID has a new comprehensive plan. We're working on streetscape, to slow the traffic, to, create, more road diets in the area.
They work together to put up signs cracking down on loitering and trespassing. Added lighting is in the plan too. They want to make 24th Street the place to be, not the place to be afraid.
It's alive and it's growing, and that's the thing. So many people say, there's nothing happening. That is absolutely not true.
So as you can see, Omaha, where this young brother lost his life, is 65% white, 66 basically, and 12% black, and 11% Hispanic. So very much similar to the country, even though there's would be more Hispanic, but the black and white demographics are very similar to the country at large. So it's safe to say that Omaha is a microcosm of the United States. But you would think that, okay, Omaha, 66% white, 12% black, 66% of the murder victims will be white, and 12% of the murder victims will be black, right? Logically. Well, here's the Omaha, Nebraska gun memorial. Look at these faces, man. This look like the gun memorial in any other city. Any other town. Nothing but us. And you can go back, and it's just crazy. This is just sad, man. All these black people getting killed in Omaha City where there are very few black people, man. Gunned down. And these are just the ones that are murdered with guns. This isn't the ones stabbed. Choked. All these faces, man.